Hi there. This is Mobility Wednesdays. There are days when you just don't feel like being too mobile, but there's lots and lots of good research and reason to be mobile. So that's what this is today about. So I have a chair, I have a tea towel. And if you had nothing else but that, you would do just fine. Now, if you have a heavy ball, that's great. I had like bins of heavy balls at our exercise class. And if you manage to have one at your house, put it on the floor. And you see what I'm doing? I'm rolling it. That's where we're going to start. I have my tea towel here. I'm going to hang on to both ends. See that? And look what I'm doing with my foot. All I'm doing is rolling it back and forth. Now, I haven't said anything about what to do posturally. All I did was put the ball in the floor and I'm rolling it. Now, some of you might say, well, I don't have a weighted ball, Jeannie. And I would say, well, do you have a can of food? So if you have a can of food, just put that can down and roll it like that. Okay, that'll work just fine. What I'm doing with my foot doesn't mitigate what I need to be doing posturally. So see, I haven't said a word, have I? But I want you to catch yourself right now. We're warming up on this Mobility Wednesday with a weighted ball or a can of food. And my knee is soft that I'm supporting myself on. Some of you have real balance challenges, okay? If you happen to be somebody that has balance challenges, all in the world you've got to do is turn your little kitchen chair so that you can put your hand on it comfortably so that you can actually attend to and do a ball rolling kind of a movement. But my knee is soft here. See, the supporting knee is soft. I have my hand on my chair if I need it. My tummy's tight. Hi, everybody coming on. We're recording, so you'll have this. Some of you, if you could just take the time to do 3 to 5 minutes of what we're doing right now. I elongate our warm-up because our warm-up has to do with mobility a lot. Because people jump into a warm-up a little too quickly, especially if you tend to have tendon, joint, muscle issues. Okay, see how I changed my foot? And I'm rolling it back and forth. And all the time I'm putting a tiny bit of pressure on my foot, not a lot. This knee is soft. My rib cage is up, shoulders are down. I'm going to tuck in my chin, breathe in through my nose, out through my nose if possible. I have a tea towel here, and if I don't need my chair, then I have my hands on my tea towel. It's quite astounding when you let go of whatever you've been hanging on to. And then you put full force, see, into this supporting leg, and you're rolling this ball around, see? If you're rolling the ball around, you can't put pressure into it like you're gonna step, because if you do, you're gonna be in the floor, correct? Yeah. So switch. Anytime you start feeling a lot of tension and muscle firing, then stop and go to the other side. You don't have to just stay with it if you're in fact building up a lot of tension. So my foot supporting me is straight, pretty straight out, maybe turned a tiny bit. Other than that, I'm putting pressure on the ball rolling or the can rolling. I'm putting a little pressure. So that means whenever the ball or the can moves into the midfoot, you feel a little pressure. Okay, that's a dome type of a thing, a movement that you're doing with your foot, okay? It's hard to get a dome with your foot unless you're going over a rounded something, a can, a ball. But if you would take just, I don't know, a minute to 3 minutes doing this kind of a thing, and then you see I'm going to go straight from that, and I'm going to use my little pad. I forgot to tell you we're going to be using the pad. And I'm going to step into it, and I have my chair here if I need it. Adjust it so that you can put your hand on it easily. Now bend your knees. Now when I said bend your knees, some of you bent your knees. But you know what you didn't do? You didn't swing that butt back. So swing the butt back a little. Bend the knees a little. Now, I want you to act like you're coming down a mountain on skis, okay? So look what I'm doing with my feet. I'm going this way and then this way. My knees are soft. My butt is pushing back. So this kind of an ankle skill drill is very good to do, okay? It's a very good thing to do. My knees are soft again. My butt is pushing back. I'm breathing in through the nose, out through the nose. Rotate, 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 rotate. See how I just act like you're on skis, kind of. You go to the outsides of your feet, then to the outside and inside. You work in tandem like that. See that? Yeah. Then you take and put your heel on the front part of that pad, okay? Just like that. Keep your toe on the ground. This is only 2 inches. See, this little pad is only 2 inches thick, about. My heel is on the edge. I drop my toe. And now what am I going to do? I'm going to push my butt back, just like that. And my toe is down. My heel is up. This is a big deal for some people with their ankles, okay? Other one, heel is on the edge. Drop your toe down, in through the nose, out through the nose. Now push your butt back while you steady yourself. Keep your toe, your mid-foot on the floor. Your heel is on the pad. And just push back as far as you can. Whoa, you're going to get some stretches through that you did not know you had. Okay, now, little tiny, I call it pressing the grapes. See, we're just pressing the grapes. So how does pressing the grapes differ from walking? Well, you want your whole foot to be flat. So you want to be feeling pressure on all 4 corners of the foot. So you bring your foot up with a knee pump action. See that? And you're not on either the front or the back. Okay? So you get maximum pressing out of a whole foot. That's pressing, 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 pressing. Okay? Get ready now. Steady yourself on a chair or whatever. Okay, and put your heel on the ground, pull your toe up, push your butt back, okay? So that toe is pulling back toward your leg, all right? I'm even grabbing my toe and pulling it back. Then I come back, I do a little a little foot pressing again, great pressing, and I put the other foot down. Heel, push your butt back, and then pull that toe way back to your shin, okay? Steady yourself, bend your knees, rotate, and you're right back up here, okay? So I'm doing my little foot press again. So now we're going to address our shoulders. Hi, you guys, come on. And then we're going to go back to our little ball, okay? So if you have a can of food or a weighted ball, I'm just using this one, all right? That's what you're going to use in just a second. So here I am. I'm on my little pad. See? So I'm doing the great press. So if I say great pressing, it's not the same thing as heel toe walking at all. Okay? Figure 8. We're going to get our brains all hooked up now. Okay, are you ready? Some of us, that's a very new sensation this morning. So we're going to try to do it, okay? So see how I'm doing right now? I'm doing a little rock back and forth. I wish I was there with every single one of you, because this kind of emotion is a very nuanced, means little adjustments. Okay, see how I'm pushing my hips forward? Then when I rotate, I push my butt back. Okay, my shoulders are down, my knees are soft. I'm pushing into the heel and then into the toes. Heel and then into the toes. So it's a back and forth motion. Excellent for hips, lower backs. Excellent. Okay, now I'm going to do that thing that I introduced you, the skiing. See that motion? I'm telling you, this is such a good thing to do for your ankles, your feet, everything under that knee. Okay, while I'm doing this now, my knees are soft, my butt's pushed back a little bit, and I'm rotating inside the foot, outside the foot, and then rotate inside the foot, outside the foot. And keep that going, just like you're shushing down a mountain. Now we start the figure 8. Okay, so don't go fast. Number 1. Number 2, you do not need to go up high with this at all. I'm rotating, figure 8. Rotating through the feet, figure 8. Say rib cage up, shoulders down. That's the first nuance. Keep your knees soft. Keep your butt pushed back. Shoulders down, rotate, 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 back and forth, back and forth. Yeah, so you do this figure 8, you could do it 10 times, you could do it 20 times. You know, whatever you're feeling you need. So now I'm going to take this, I'm going to act like I'm going to try to dry my shoulders. See that? See what I did? So my tummy's tight. I'm on my little unstable surface or a pillow. I'm going to keep my shoulders down. My knees are soft. I'm going to take my little tea towel. I'm going over my head like I'm going to try to dry my shoulders. See that? Yeah, sometimes that can really push somebody in their shoulders. I don't want to bend my neck forward excessively. So this has to do with your shoulder mobility and function, okay? And some of you, if I were with you right this minute, I would look at your wrist. You know why? Because if you break your wrist like this, you get to do this in a cheating way. Surprise, surprise. Don't break the wrist. Keep the wrist neutral and go side to side. Keep your shoulders down. Yes. Now, while you're doing this little move, it's a nuanced move, but it's a very important move. I'm going to turn my chin. I'm going to turn my chin while I'm doing this little, from side to side still. I'm just doing a little great pressing, okay? And back and forth, and then I bring those hands down. See that now? Whoa, if I was to make you stay with this down position as if you were trying to dry your back here with a neutral wrist, not a broken wrist, and I made you keep that, you would be sweating in just a few more minutes, because that should tell you this is a little test for you. How are you feeling? If you're feeling like, oh, when are you going to quit doing that move? Then you probably have much more forward rolling than you're wanting. Okay, that was the first little test. Here we go. I'm going to put my tea towel on my little chair. I'm going to step off my pad. And now I'm going to go all the way around 12 moves to the ultimate core movement pattern. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to use my chair. I'm going to give you a modification. If some of these moves that you can do and you can go on down to the floor, well, God bless you. You go right for it. And, you know, I will probably do it. We're going to do this twice. I'll probably do it the next time. But I really want you to go through this kind of see, I'm just got my hands right here. See that? See that? I can tap right there. See that? I just come right up here and I try to get my elbows up as far as I can. And if that's a problem, don't worry about this. Just go here and just bring your elbows here. You don't have to take them all the way up if that's a problem. So my thumbs are on my elbow, on my shoulders. My knees are soft. My tummy is tight. I'm going to bring my elbows up as far as I feel I can, just as far as I feel I can. Now at this point, I'm just going to push my neck backwards just a little bit, soften my knees and push my hips forward. And then I'm going to come back and come back. So let me go over that one more time, because sometimes some of these moves that you're not used to doing, you're like, I don't know if I'm doing it right. No. Here's the deal. I'm trying to help you open up, but don't lose your balance. Okay. And if you have balance issues, just stand here. Don't worry about taking your neck back. Don't worry about it at all. You just put your hips forward and just rest your hands on top of your head and just open those hips, all those hips, hip flexors. If you just hang on to this move right here, from here, see my thumbs are on my shoulders. I move my thumbs up past my head and my elbows are up. So I'm trying to reach my elbows up as I push my hips forward. Okay, don't tighten in right now. This is not when you tighten in. It's okay. Take a breath. Take a breath. Then you're going to come forward. Here's the chair. You're going to come right here to the chair. And you notice my knees are bent. I'm going to put my hands on the chair, tuck my chin, and now I'm going to straighten my legs. Okay. Then I'm going to bend my knees. I'm going to come down and put my hands down on the lower rung of the chair. Now I'm going to straighten my legs, and I'm going to bring my chest, my upper body into my legs as best as I can. Then I'm going to bend my knees, come back to the chair, come back to the chair, and come back up. Okay? Anytime you need to go down and get something in the floor, tie your shoe, whatever, you can use a chair or not. Bend your knees, go down, get whatever you need. Okay, then come up with those knees bent. Now put one foot in front of that chair and one foot's going to go back. Okay, so I'm doing the modified version. And if you want to put your hands on the floor at this point, well, God bless you. Go for it. However, this move is a valuable move to stretch our calves, to stretch all up through the leg without hurting knees and hips. Okay. Then I'm going to just take the other leg back, and I'm going to be on my toes. And I'm going to bring that other leg front to the chair. And then I'm going to press my heel. So I'm pressing my heel down, pressing my heel down. Okay? And my hands are on the chair. Now, if I stay right there and keep pressing your heel, if I were down on the ground, it would look like this, okay? It would look like that, okay? That's not my purpose with you guys. Right now, I'm trying to get you into this movement pattern so that without hurting knees or hips or backs, you can get a quality stretch coming up through your foot and heel and calf, okay? So I'm right back there just like that. Then I'm gonna put my foot back there and hit another plank. So here I am in a high plank from a chair, no problem at all, right? Then I'm gonna bring both feet in. I'm gonna push my butt back. Again, these are modified. This is a modified ultimate core program that I'm doing with you right now. And you see how I reached out over my chair back, the seat to the all the way to the back. Tuck your chin, tuck your chin, tuck your chin, tuck your chin. Okay, now bring the elbows in, stay in that position. Bring your chin up as far as you feel you can. Take a breath. Breath. Okay, drop. And bring the chin tucked and reach again with your hands way out there. Okay? Now you're going to come right in here. And you're going to step back like we're going to do a plank. And you're going to let your hips drop toward the chair. And your elbows are soft. Okie dokie. Take a big deep breath. Big deep breath, big deep breath. And then come back out of that. Push your butt up. Take a big breath. Come back in with your leg. And out. Push that heel down. Shoulders are over your wrist. Okay. Hang out here for just a bit. Drop your shoulders. Some of you have let your shoulders creep up right now. Big breath in through the nose, out through the nose. Okay, tight tummy. Bring that leg back and the other leg front. So we're coming back around the other way. Okay, hang on there just for a second. Then you're going to come back. And we're going to come right here again, and we're going to straighten our legs, and we're going to bring our head down as far as we feel we can. Bend your knees, and come back up, come back up, come back up. Bring those hands up, and here we go. We're going to put the hands over the head and reach the elbows to the ceiling if possible. And if you can't do that move, then just settle for right here. See, this right here is perfectly fine to do this. Okay, if you can get your hands over the head, then that's good too. Take a big deep breath and then come back down. Shake out, shake out, shake out. Take a big breath. Take your hand and you're going to go across just like that. Okay. Come back, turn, just like that, like you're reaching. Okay, so one of the reasons I do this move is actually to see if I have a bender. What does that mean? So if I see somebody going like this, see my chin is over my shoulder is over my hip. If I have a bender, this is what I see. See, and that's not what I'm wanting to do. I'm wanting to stay in the column like that, and then like that. And then pay attention to what you're doing on your lower back. I'm hearing some noises here. Somebody has their, oh, I think it's K. Maybe, I think somebody has their mic on. I don't know. Somebody has a mic on. Check your mic, make sure it's off. Okay, so here I am. Shake out, shake out, shake out. So here's the deal. Here's this ball. Okay. This is the best way I know of to do foot doming. That's what I'm talking about. So when I'm doing that now, at first we were just rolling it, right? Okay. So now, again, anytime you do 1 foot challenges where you're going to be rolling something under your foot, be safe first. Have a chair or a pole where you can grab it. All right. So Mobility Wednesdays, I always do without shoes because I'm trying to give you great ideas of things to help your feet with. We start having a lot more foot problems after like 50 and 60. Okay. I always had foot problems, but you need to pay attention to what you're doing with your foot or not doing. Get them out of the shoes. You could do this very thing sitting, seated in your chair. So as I'm doing this, I'll use my pole a little bit, but now instead of just rolling it, I'm actually putting some pressure right in the middle of the foot as my foot is domed over the ball. And I'll just do it on one side and then the other. So it's not only good for loading, but it's really good for your foot. Okie dokie. So now I'm going to take my little pillow, my little disc, and I'm going to open my toes and I'm going to press into those toes. See that? So my toes are called splayed. They're open. So it's kind of a fishing term when you're getting fishing stuff ready. You splay a rope. Okay, you open your toes, but you don't just open your toes. So here's the deal. I did the whole Ultimate Core program. It was 12 moves all the way around. But I started this session out with your feet rolling a ball, but now I'm stepping into a very padded surface that's spongy. Could be a pillow, could be a knee, a knee pad that you use for gardening or scrubbing floors or whatever. That can be fine. This one is about 2 inches, but you see, I'm doing a program right now that I didn't tell you, actually to help the strengthening process now with somebody who has suffered from Achilles tendonitis, plantar fasciitis, because now when you don't have an acute problem, it's time to start strengthening the foot. So look what I'm doing. My knee is bent. I have my pole if I need it. Watch your supporting leg, because a lot of you want to turn it this way. I would rather you pick a pole up or put your hand on a chair. Get that foot in the back pretty straight. It'll be out maybe a little bit, but not much. Okay? So hang on to something so that you line up. And now I want you to actually put pressure in the front of that foot. Okie dokie. And you're really putting pressure into a open-toed foot. And then you come back. All right? And then you open those toes and you press. You lift a little from the heel so that you're pressing into that front part of your foot. Okie dokie. Yeah. And you really press into there. And if you can do it with not hanging on to anything, great. But if you're not lined up, if your foot is turned, if you're having those issues and you have balance issues, and I'd rather you put your hand on the chair. Okay, open the foot. It's really hard for me to get this one open. Press into those toes, into that midfoot. Yeah, press. And your feet, your toes are all open. See? Big breath. Now, those toes go on the edge of your little pillow, the edge of your balance pad, whatever you call it. Okay? Use a pole or a chair, one or both, lightly. So you're not pushing down on them, but now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up into the balls of the feet and I'm going to press my heels up. And how can I do this without support from a shoe? because I'm on a very spongy surface. This is very important. Now, I'm lifting my heels all the way up into that, where I'm really using the balls of my feet, okay? And as I go on up, my tummy's tight. I'm using my balance, chair, my balance pole lightly, but I stay in good line. And I really want to press myself into the balls of the feet and then drop the heels down. Okay, tight tummy. Take a big breath. Take a big breath. Stay with me. Don't step out of this if possible. Stay with me. Okay. Usually people could not do this kind of a thing because they have such pain in their feet. Okay, I understand that kind of pain. I do, because I tend to have real bad feet. Because I had a little granny named Granny Lanny that had terrible feet. So I got her genetics. Okay, so again, I'm going up into the balls of my feet, and I'm not going up halfway. I'm going all the way up. You must have some kind of way to help you be safe. See, I've got my pole here and I got my chair here. And it's very safe and secure because I'm pressing down. And I'm going up repeatedly into the balls of my feet and then back down to my heels, okay? Now, if you have a set of stairs and you want to really get a workout with that set of stairs, then when you have your tennis shoes on and you're doing you're climbing your stairs carefully, when you get to the top or when you get to the bottom, just turn around and do this. Okay, do it 2 sets of 20. Okay, I'll just, try to do it more than once or twice. See how I'm really pressing into the balls of the feet and back down to the heels? You're gonna feel your feet getting tired when you start approaching 20. And then of course, our gold standard of corrective repetition is 3 sets of 10. You're gonna keep working. When you tell somebody that and they've had a lot of problems, they can't even think that they could do that. Okay, so up, 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 up. Let's just do 3 more. Okay, your tummy's tight, of course, right? Your shoulders are down. Yes, rib cage is up. Breathing into the nose, out through the mouth. Okay, I think that was more than 3. But I want you to see what strength training your foot looks like, okay? Get it out of those shoes and really push through that whole foot. Now, I prepped you a lot before we even came to this because I knew I was going to have you do this very foot friendly but foot strengthening move. And it's a big move if you do the repetitions. And if you're feeling that, yes, that's what we want. But so few times do you actually do it. But I'm doing everything with you that all people yell about for people to do. They come home from physical therapy and then they promptly quit doing physical therapy. Okay, tea towel. Remember we started with our tea towel? Okay, so this is one of the Walker's Daily Dozen. We did the ultimate core all the way around and all the way back up. I'm going to bring one leg up, bring the other leg up. Do you want to make this harder? Then you're going to step in your pillow, and that's going to be much harder. However, if you have issues with balance and you don't want to fall, just stay on the floor and then make sure that you have a chair next to you that you can steady yourself if you need to. Okay, so I've told you how to do it harder, step in a pillow, or medium, or modified with holding on. So we're going to bring our leg up, and whenever I bring my leg up, I'm not going to do it quick. I'm going to come up, I'm going to make myself find balance on one foot. So what does that mean? I have to keep my knee soft. Yes. I have to keep my tummy in. Yes. Then I'm going to take my tea towel. I'm going to go under and back up. Come into my W. Okay, don't do fast. If you do fast, you're going to find yourself on the floor. Okay, keep your knees soft. Go under and up and bring those elbows right into your waist. Then you go out, under, and bring those elbows right into the waist. Up, out, and right into the waist. It's shocking how much a little tiny move will throw you. That's why I want you to do this. So stay with me, okay? I told you how to modify. Have a chair, have a pillow. I told you how to make it more challenging. Do the whole thing stepping into a pillow. It's up to you, okay? So now I'm ready to shift and I'm going to go into the other leg. So this is my challenge side for stability. Why? Because I have a replaced hip on this side. Replace knee on this side. Okay? Drop my shoulders. I'm probably going to need this on this one. But you know why? Because the minute I make myself balance on this challenge side, I tend to lean. And I don't want to lean. I want to stay upright. There I go. Okay, bent knee. Bring that knee up. Tight tummy. Go under. Grab and up. Keep your knees soft. Don't lock those knees. Then you go back out. Go under. Whoop. I'm telling you, if you have one side that gives you fits, have a chair next to you. Here we go. Keep your knee soft. Don't bend. Breath. Breath. In through the nose, out through the nose. Keep your knee soft. Okay, okay, okay. Keep that knee soft and bring it back down. Yay. Oh, see the tea towel? Now I'm going to go from that to stepping wide. And I'm going to take my tea towel to the floor. And to do that, I'm going to bend this knee. This knee stays straight. I'm going to push. I'm going to bend that knee. See this? I'm bending my knee because I want to put my tea towel on the floor. This leg is straight. See, I'm going to put my tea towel right there. Keep my chin tucked. Keep this knee bent, this knee straight. Way up there. Hang out there for a second. Grab your tea towel and come up. Don't move your feet. Change your tea towel hand. Okay, this is the knee bending side right here where my tea towel is. This leg stays straight. So when I bend the knee, where does my butt need to go? Back. Yes. Because if it doesn't go back, then I'm not going to be on target here. So I'm going to go down, down, down. This arm comes up. I'm going to keep bending here. Keep this leg straight. All the way down. Big breath. Then I'm going to come back. And come back. Yes. Then I'm going to come over here. And see this ball? Yeah. I am going to stand right here. I'm going to put one foot behind me. I'm going to take my tea towel and I'm going to try to put it down on the ball and pick it up. Okay? Now some of you might think, what in the world? This is a very functional way to move. A, if you want to make this really hard and challenging, do this whole thing like you're going to go down and pick up the tea towel, drop it on the ball, go down and pick it up with this leg up in the back. If you don't want to do that, then you just put this leg back here you hip hinge, keep your chin tucked. The tea towel goes on the ball, and you're gonna go all the way down, bend, 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 grab the tea towel and come back. See that? Then I'm gonna switch. I'm gonna put my leg back there. I'm gonna go down and put that tea towel. Ruby's getting around better. Okay, are you ready? See, the leg is back here. If you want to make it really hard, then you don't use your leg back there. You go down, grab it, and come back up. But we're not there right now. So we're right here. I got my toe down. I'm pushing my butt back, dropping my chin. I'm going to go down and pick that up and come back. Okay. Let me tell you something. We're going to do this 3 more times. But if you did this upwards around 10 to 12 times, this is quite a move in mobility. Because you're using both sides of your body. You're in a split stance, basically. You're leaning in, okay? Which, for people with back issues, you have to be very circumspect. These are very nuanced moves. See? My foot's in the back. I'm going to put my tea towel on my ball. I'm going to go down, keep my back straight, bend, 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 grab it, and bring it back up. Okay, switch. Here we go. Put the tea towel down. Okay. Put the other leg behind you. Now, as you go down, push your butt back. Keep your chin tucked. Come down, 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 and come back. And you want to keep this leg back here a little soft and come back. 2 more. This is so fun, isn't it? Put your leg back. See that? You're essentially doing single leg squats is what you're doing. But this is a doable thing, and it's a thing that very few people do this. And then when they are out, you know, they're shocked when they've lost their balance trying to do stuff. So I'm saying, stay with me. This is specifically designed to help you move better. So you have to practice it. See, my foot's back there, my knees bent, push my butt back. I'm going to go down, 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 down. I'm going to grab that tea towel, come up. Okay? Switch, put the other foot back, put the tea towel on the ball or on the can of food. Bend, push your butt back, keep your chin tucked, go down, 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 all the way down and pick it up and come back. Okay? 2 more. Here we go. Put the other leg back, put the tea towel on the ball, bend, push your butt back, keep your chin tucked, come down, grab it, and you're good to go. Other leg goes back, put the tea towel on the ball or on the can of food, push your butt back, keep your chin tucked. I'm gonna come right down here. This is my weak, my weak one. Yes. Take a breath. So on one that you know is a challenge, don't make the mistake of keeping your legs too straight. I want you to bend into that move. Grab that ball and come back up. You should feel it through here, okay? But the task of leaning out, keep your chin tucked, going down far enough so you don't make the mistake of bringing your upper body down lower than your hip. That's what you don't want to do, okay? Woo! Single leg presses. Wow. Okay. Grabbing our little tea towel. Okie dokie. Back to the chair. Okay. We're going to really use our chair today. Okay. So here we go. Check where we're at. Good. All right. So here's my chair, right? No problem, huh? So take your foot and just go to the side of that chair. See that? Now, here's the deal. I'm going to go to the side of the chair with the foot. I'm going to touch here, okay? I'm going to take my leg back there. See that? Then I'm going to bring it back up, and bring it back here. Do this little circuit on your chair a lot. So here I am. I'm going to step to the side of the chair, no problem. My toe is forward. See that? Toe is forward. I'm going to put my hands on the chair. Then I'm going to step back. Way back there. See that? Then I'm going to step in and step back. And then come back up. Okay? Take a big breath. Here we go. Push the butt back. First. Second, step to the side. Third, step back. And push in now with your hips to the chair. Drop your shoulders. Swing your butt. Come back. Come back up. Come back in. And stand up. Okay? One more time on the other side. First, hip hinge. Put your hands on the chair. Second, step to the side. Third, step way back. Okay? Then drop that hip way down. Drop your shoulders. Drop your shoulders. Go way in there. Yeah, push that hip forward. Then you come up. You step in. You step back to the front of the chair. And you step back up. Then you're going to come right here in front of the chair. And just go into a semi-fold. Come into a W. Right there. See that? Go into a fold. It's a half fold. It's not all the way down. Tummy's in, shoulders are down. When your hands come to the side, take a notice. Some of you, you're bringing your hands to your side and your hands are out here. Okay, you want to get them back here. Okie dokie. Okay, step a little wider than shoulder. Push into the heels. Reach straight out. Now you're at a flat back. Your ears are right touching your biceps. Then you come back in and you come into your W again. Okie dokie. Then you're going to come up. Put your hand on the back of the head. Drop that. Hand on the back of the head. Drop that. Pull out. Go into a split stance. And you're just rocking and rolling with those arms. So I took you through the Walker's Daily Dozen. We're ending with one of the last ones right now, where you just go split stance and take your hand over your head, split stance, hand over the head, swing, and we did the ultimate core. It's just a way of moving into positions that you don't normally think of doing, but that if you will do it regularly, oh my goodness, it will help you move better. And then I went into a whole foot program today. So I'm hoping you're feeling better and better and better. Bring this one up anytime you want to really work your feet. Okay, good job.